How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Flipstream Den of Iniquities. I don't know. We'll workshop it here. Yeah, so we're back. I'm still in the office. I could not get the arcade cleaned up tonight, so we'll have to hold off on pinball probably until next weekend.
What is the condition of your condition exactly?
Hey, what's going on, little ghost? Oh, not this week. I got the standard one this week. But good to see you. Welcome back in. We are back with some more Against the Storm tonight. So last two streams, which we actually did a Sunday and Thursday stream. I know, crazy. We did the Balatro, which is a roguelike poker game. Today we're actually doing a roguelike city builder. Before everybody freaks out and thinks it's going to turn into some crazy, massive SimCity thing. 0 for 3 on Iris. It'll come around. It'll come around. But for everybody who runs away at City Builder, basically this is like playing the best part of a City Builder to where, you know, it's like the first few hours kind of thing. Like you're in your SimCity and you're first starting to build things and, you know, and you're not having to deal with like, oh, where am I going to put this and all the resources, blah, blah. All that ugly later mid stuff that most people don't like about city builders, or when they're kind of, okay, all right, I'm done. That's not in here. As you build your city up, and you know, you get your houses in place, you get your various resource buildings depending on where you're at and what resources are available. You got to make sure your people are fed, all that kind of stuff. But once you earn enough points, you actually close at the city and move on to the next one. And it's just kind of a wash, rinse, repeat. Now, there is a overlying story to all this that we'll talk about, but for the most part, it's... oh, hang on.
Well done, Eligos88. This is flex number 112.
112
we are all
now.
a tiny bit impressed.
112 now.
Welcome back, Hollywood Polo. What did you have for dinner this evening?
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Hey, Hollywood. Welcome back in. My day was pretty good. Did not get as much time in the arcade for setup, fixing lights and whatnot that I had hoped. So, but other than that, it was good. As far as supper went, we had pizza. So, yeah, it was Costco pizza, which is good, but, you know, not all that jump up and down excited about it. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying about the game itself, absolutely fantastic as far as city builders, roguelikes go. Meat lovers, nope, just plain old pepperoni. No, it's plain old pepperoni, keeping it simple. Actually, what I can do, so everybody can see. Here we've got main user interface, and again, the general premise of the game. So you are kind of like a viceroy, a mayor, I don't know how you want to think about it. And you're in charge of actually planning out the city, and then you have little people walking around that actually, you know, do the work of building the buildings and running resources and gathering stuff and making new food and all these sorts of things. Hi, Popcat. What was I going to say? Oh, the big thing, I've turned on the Twitch integration. So, as we get going into the cities, you can type, I believe it is either !join space forest or !join space town, and it will allow you to join either and become a member of the town, so up to 3 people can become a member of the town, or up to 3 people can take on a challenge in the forest. So the folks in the town provide some benefits. The folks in the forest, they provide a little bit of extra pressure to get some of the hidden glade events done. It'll make more sense once we get into it a little bit. So we have not tried this before. I'm really eager to try it out. So hopefully all of you kind of like to play along. And for those of you watching this later on YouTube, yeah, I'm sorry, but at least you get to see how it works, and hopefully you'll be here next time we do it. So I am in the middle of a run, so to speak. Don't worry, I didn't get too far. But essentially, there's a smoldering city, which is the main citadel, where everybody kind of hangs out. And every so often, there's a big, massive storm that basically comes along and wipes out all of the cities. So again, you're building a city, you move on, you build another city, move on. As we get a little farther along,
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
or
I'm in,
Rauki?
I'm in. What's
Hopefully
the
I'm
job?
saying that
I'm
right.
in.
If not, feel free to give me the right pronunciation there. Thank you so much for following. But as we go along here and the years progress, so as we're playing into the individual cities, depending on how long it takes us, if we can get through them fairly quickly, we can play more of the cities. If it takes us a little longer, we can play less. And again, for here, we have 36 years left until the Blight Storm, aka the big storm, comes in and wipes everything out except for everybody kind of pulls back into this moldering city. So it's kind of this expansion, contraction thing. There are, as we zoom out, what are called these seals. And as we close these, it starts extending time between the Blight Storms. So they, Flip, is there an exclamation point join Flip so I could join your party? Actually, if you do exclamation point help, I think it will give you a better explanation of the chat commands. But it's either join, I think it's join town or join forest. Let me see. Yeah, it's exclamation point join town or exclamation point join forest. Whether you want to, be a help or hindrance. So it's completely up to you. But basically, as we're going through, there's different events. So there's different modifiers. So like with this one, there's basically 2 meters. Which faction am I joining? I am not a part of the faction. It's basically if you join the city, or if you do exclamation point join town, you actually become and take over one of the people in the city, and you will remain that person until you either die or get fed up and leave because I'm doing a bad job. Doesn't happen very often at the difficulty levels I'm at yet. Or if you do exclamation point join forest, you actually take over one of the events, one of the timed events in the hidden glade areas, and it puts a little bit of extra pressure that I have to knock those out. And if I actually clear that, that person's defeated and they're bumped out, and they have to wait a little bit before they can do it again. I think it's like a minute. But there's also some voting stuff. I don't know if we're going to get into that or not. I mean, if people are really interested in voting, we can. I'm more just kind of curious to see how the Twitch integration works, and it gives everybody something to do while we're watching. But yeah, we need to pick a spot where we're going to go. We'll probably steer clear of this for now. So this is the crown, so basically the main royalty that governs over the smoldering city. There is 2 meters you'll see along the bottom of the screen. So the meter on this side will be a blue meter, and that is our main point. So once we fill that meter, we actually finish the city, move on to the next one. The one on the red is the Queen's impatience. As time progresses, that impatient meter will grow over time. There's things we can do to slow it down. There's certain things that will happen that will speed it up. And then as you gain a point of the, kind of the good meter, the bad meter goes down a step. So we can kind of keep a lid on the Queen's impatience as we start accomplishing more tasks. Yeah, so again, it is a bit roguelike. Not in a super heavy sense, but in the fact that all of the cities are a little bit randomized. So you're not exactly building the same exact city every single time. The resources you have available might be a little different. So it's a really interesting game. It's a really cool concept. If you like city builders, it is really fun to play. So this is where our last city was, and we have to be within 3 hexes of our last city. So we'll pick an easy one here just to kind of start. We'll see how things go. Once we click on this, we actually pick our starting party. So I have been playing this. I've been doing some unlocks. So here I can turn on the vote. We won't do that for now. Because that you probably actually need to turn on possibly some sort of plugin thing. So we'll kind of skip that. But we can pick our starting group and the stuff that they're going to bring with us. And then we have 8 embarkation points, so we can also pick some extra bonuses we can bring along. So I'm gonna pick the beaver crew here for two reasons. One, I really like having the beavers come along. Then wait, this still is a pinball. I know it's not pinball. I know it's not pinball. I didn't get a chance to clean up the arcade yet, and my virtual machine stuff isn't really working here yet. So soon, hopefully, maybe next week, we'll do some pinball. But it's fun. It's fun. If you like rogue builder, roguelite stuff, it's fun. But yeah, we'll pick the beavers because they do a lot with wood cutting, and we get an extra 2 people along. And you know, they're bringing food, which is always good. As far as the conditions go, there are 2 good benefits and then 3 bad benefits based on the difficulty level we're playing. So again, we're not going super high crazy yet. Hey, Retro Game Gal, you finally caught. You did finally catch me. It helps if I stream to be caught, but it is great to have you in here. Yeah, wait, beavers, don't go there. Don't go there. They're actual animals. So this is Against the Storm. It is a roguelike city builder. I know if like what? Imagine if you've played the city builder games, the really fun, cool part, maybe like the first couple hours when you're building your city and you're first starting to lay things out, and then right when it starts getting more complex and less fun for a lot of folks at the city builders, you're done. You pick up, you move on to the next city, and you start all over again with, you know, a new area, new resources, new people, and wash, rinse, repeat. So I'll kind of explain things as we go along, because if I try to explain it all, we'll be here all day. But what I'm going to do is pick some of the similar starting stuff. So we already have some people, so I'm not going to pick... Yes, beavers! Beavers. We have beavers. Yeah, I think that we're good there. We've got everything picked. We're filled up on embarkation points, so let's go. I think you're going to make jokes. I started. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so we have benefits. There's also some drawbacks. So there is a yearly cycle of storms. So there's a drizzle period. There's a kind of a clearance period, and then there's like the heavy storm period where it's raining, just, you know, cats and dogs. During drizzle, you can see, so every time we discover a glade, which are kind of like the fogged-in areas that we don't know what's there, it's a mystery. Sometimes it's good, usually bad. Sometimes a mix of both. We also have as a feature producing double yields and harvesting resource nodes, so that's good because they basically pull in twice whatever they get before. But again, these are only active during the drizzle season, which is what we're in. And then there is the storm season, and as the city gets bigger and we get more people, there's a hostility level that goes up. And as the hostility level goes up, it causes some other bad things. Like this one will make our global resolve or the overall happiness of the people drop. This one will start slowing people down unless they're in housing. And then this one is, driving up fuel consumption, which is our main hearth right here. So this is kind of the main hope for the group. So as long as the fire keeps burning in the hearth, we're in good shape. If we run out of fuel and the fire goes out, confidence in the city is going to go, and they're going to want to take off and run. So, but the big thing, if we turn this off, we have the Forest Guardians, and we have Council of Elders. So this is where all of you that are watching right here live on Twitch can type !join space town, and that will put you as a part of the Council of Elders, or !join space forest, and that will make you one of the Forest Guardians. So the Forest Guardians are kind of the bad faction. They're the ones that are kind of pushing back, that don't want to see the city expand on the forest. So as we open up into these unknown glade areas, and there's these dangerous glades that have events that could do things like destroy resources, or kill off people, or drive up our impatience with the queen. If this gets full, game over, we fail. If this one gets full, the reputation, then that's how we actually progress on to the next city. So yeah, there we go. So we have our townsfolks. So we have one harpy, which I want to make sure that they are watching the fire right now because they give us some nice carry bonus, so everybody can heft around more stuff. We also have some new buildings to start off with, so we'll do that in a minute. For now, we'll plot out some roads. Roads are not required, but they do allow all of your townsfolks to move around a little quicker. And then there's a few baseline buildings that we'll want to do. So there's a crude workstation that will take some of the raw resources and turn them into things that are more helpful, some more advanced stuff, which some of the buildings need. There's also housing that we'll need to build. There's some industrial stuff. We don't start out with many things, but a lot of these are the blueprints, and this is where the roguelike part comes in. As we gain reputation, all the little diamond areas, so that's 1 point, 2 points, etc. So as we gain reputation, we'll get more blueprints. So we get more building unlocks, and we can do more things, build more stuff. Again, I really get a kick out of this. You know, I do like the city builders, but I don't like the late game stuff, so this very much kind of pushes a lot of the buttons. But yeah, we'll unpause. We'll let folks run around and do things. We'll figure out a direction we want to build. So these are hidden glades, but they're not dangerous, so they don't have the little skull thing in here. You have dangerous glades, which has some threat and some good rewards, and then if we have these, which are forbidden glades, which are kind of like the next worst level, and actually the worst level. So really dangerous, really difficult tasks to do, are very important that we do that, but also really good amounts of treasure resources. I generally don't do a lot of forbidden glades because they tend to need a lot of very specialized things. Yeah, so we'll build a few collection buildings here. We'll extend out our paths so folks can get around a little better, because they walk faster on roads. The nicer roads we build, the better, the faster they move. And then we'll pick out some buildings. So we have plantation, which will let us do berries and plant fiber, which I think, yes, we do want for that. So we'll pick a plantation. Hopefully we'll come across some soil that we can plant in. Let's see. We'll do a smokehouse so we can actually do some jerky and pottery, which we'll need. And definitely a lumber mill, because we want good planks. So we definitely want to make planks. And then we'll need to build one of these. So that's a woodcutter's camp. And along with this, we can mark off areas that we want them to cut down trees, based on the way I had it set. And we need to assign some people here. We can turn off planks because we have a better source for that coming up. So we still, you see here, we have the brick, but we don't have the cloth. That will come from here. So as we gather resources, we'll start to be able to do more. So we definitely want to do this because the lumber that they collect is not only for building and fueling up the resources, it's also for fuel for the hearth. The last thing is once a year you get what's called a cornerstone, which basically gives some sort of a boon to the city. So we can say we could have one more blueprint. When villager time a new glade. I don't like that because then our population explodes and that gets tough to manage between food and housing. We can do 20 reed, 20 clay for each glade, or value attacks, or we can reroll. But in this case, we'll pick the exploration contact because we're pretty early on. We got a couple small glades here that we can open up without a lot of risk. And take a look at our orders. So these are direct orders from the Queen. So you open up a package and you pick one to three, depending what you get. Let's see. So selling at least 8 amber worth of stuff and having 4 amber in, which is the currency. We get some tools, some wildfire essence, and 2 more people. Or if we do purging fire, which we don't really need at this level, we can get some gears. I think we're going to go this route. Discover 3 glades. We have a weaver, which gives us better fabric making capabilities. Complete any 2 glade events, except we only have 17 minutes. Last one is making a trading post, deliver 5 amber, we get some other stuff. So these aren't too bad. These aren't too bad. Be nice if it actually kicked in the chat commands periodically. Like I said, if you do exclamation point join space town or exclamation point join space forest, you'll join one faction or the other. So I'm kind of curious to see how that works. I think... I don't know if we're going to have enough for glade events in 17 minutes. So I think... Well, let's try it. We'll try it. Yeah, complete any 2 dangerous or forbidden, or deliver 5 tools. We'll go with that one. And we need to do some stone cutting collection over here. Especially everybody's going to run resources into and out of the main warehouse. And as we expand, we can actually build more warehouses. So, again, there's a lot of city builder elements. And we will need to start doing some housing soon. Because once the storm kicks in, there's a drop in resolve automatically, and it gets worse as our hostility level goes up. Instead of everybody's hostility hangs around 0 or below, they get fed up and bail. So... Alright, so we got a glade, which is some sea marrow, so we have some resources and a small encampment, which is either bring any people in, or we can send them away with food, and they will send us some amber in return. So I don't know that we have anybody spare to do that. So we'll let this person finish, and then we will assign you to send them on their way. We don't want a whole lot of new people yet. And the nice thing is that does actually count as a glade event. So that'll get us halfway through our impetuous explorer order over here. So again, what I like to do is I like to build a couple barrels. So as we build housing, it'll drive up our hearth level, which gives bonuses. So people make stuff faster. So again, it's fun. It's relaxing. There are some stressful parts if you're trying to juggle some resources, but it's not quite a panic-inducing game. Alright, so drizzle's over, we're now in clearance. So the next season, and then it rolls around to storm in a few minutes. That's kind of the big ugly period. So I want to start looking at building some housing soon. Let's see, can we? I don't think we can we still can't build that. So let's see if we can get a trading post going. I can park you out in the middle of nowhere, because, so that'll kick off our amber trade. And hopefully the trader that we get, assuming we get one before storm, will be able to bring cloth, because we'll need that soon. Oh, we also want to preload my recipe limits, so that way we're not going crazy with the amount of resources that we're using and constructing. And we don't need that because we have one down here that's already busy. So we can build a shelter that'll hold 3, or a bigger shelter that'll hold 6. And then you can build species-specific housing, which only holds 2 people, but they're more comfortable. So as you build basic housing, you'll get some bonus to the overall resolve. If you build the specific housing, you get the basic and the bonus. So there's essentially 3 things that you can do to make the individual species happy. You can give them housing and better housing, you can give them food and better food, and then there's specific services, so like religion or like a fencing, fighting type thing. Yeah, there's education, treatment, luxury. So we've got a water geyser, which is a special type of fuel that we can get we can use rain punk technology. So it's like steampunk, but it's rain. So our production buildings can either work faster or I don't think they're definitely not getting here before the storm. That's okay. We have time. We'll make it. We'll make it. And with that thunder, lets us know we are quite close to storm. So we are going to need to get some housing going, because folks don't like being out on the storm. It's not quite like an acid rain, but it causes strange things to happen. Kind of warps and twists, and in general, not good stuff. Can build a lumber mill now. Yeah, and I love the soundtrack to this game too. It has been absolutely fantastic. A lot of times I'll just put it on before I realized we could buy the soundtrack, I would bring up just and have it sitting on the main screen while I'm working. Just because it's kind of nice, chill, looping music, and but if anybody's got questions, feel free to ask away. I'm going to try and get into this third glade. Hopefully we'll come up with an event so we can do our Impetuous Explorer order and get that completed. Abadus. Welcome back. Howdy, howdy. Let's see, if I actually type help, is it going to, yeah, there it is. Apparently I need to do it, or have the bot do it periodically. But yeah, there's the commands. You can either join the forest, which is kind of the nerfing me a bit, or join town to give some buffs. And then you can choose which role you want to do. Alright, so New Year's come around, we get to do Cornerstone. I am very much leaning towards this one. Patience grows every time we finish a trade route. Yeah, I don't tend not to do a lot of trade unless I need to. It's for free barrels, basically. Increases the working speed of scouts. Is increased by 1. Harvesting planning 25% slower. So yeah, the thing we don't want slower, which is farming, would get slower. So we'll do this. So we get free barrels. So as this starts cranking out things, we have newcomers to come in. So every year a new group of folks will come in. These will change in size and who we get. I think we'll go this route because we do want humans for the third faction. There'll be the 3 factions that will join our motley crew here. So we need to get some more folks housed. So let's do some more housing here. How are we doing on? I think we're, yeah. Let's get another beaver sign there. We have a trader that's arrived. Get our woodcutters hauling butt. Let's see. How much do we need? How much do we need for the? Oh, we only need 4. Okay, so we can afford to spend a little. We've got a lot of gears. I tend to sell a lot of the excess. And we should hold off of that. We need to... What do we want to do? What do we want to do? So plant fire would be good if we can get a farm going. So far we have not seen any. Actually, we should be able to see, because we had humans join. Yeah, so so there's our closest fertile soil. Is in the dangerous glade. Okay, that does change the framework a little bit. I kind of like the specialized boots, so let's see what we can do. I'm gonna try and even out our numbers so we're treating as even as we can between the two. You can do that, and then I can buy that. Let's see. We're gonna have planks out the wazoo here in a little while. We don't have a lot of fabric. We do have a good resource for bricks. So let's do... Do that. That'll kind of hold us for now. And hopefully we will get another event in here we can clear up. Because otherwise we may have to cut into the dangerous glade to ensure that we get one. I really don't want to do that this early. We found a trader! We found another trader! Every time we discover a new glade, we can get the upgraded camp, which will do bigger resources, so every once in a while we'll find some bigger things. 15 roots. Yeah, I'm not really digging any of these. I mean, that would be nice, but I'm not going to sell 16 amber worth of stuff. Actually, I do need 3 amber, so I can do at least one of these. How much would that be in lumber? There we go. And then we could turn this one in. We get some stuff. We actually got tools for this one, so we could turn this one in. And you can see that it's a little tough to see when it's grayed out, but that brought our reputation up and brought the impatience down. So every point of reputation will knock off a point of impatience. And it unlocks 2 new buildings. But they're totally random. And we can reroll, but it gets progressively more expensive. I think we are going to lean towards... I think we're going to lean towards this one because it can use berries, which again, once we get some fertile ground, we can start creating. This might be a little tougher to do for porridge, but we will definitely have barrels as we start producing more planks. So we'll take the distillery from this set, and if here, unless there's something big, we'll go with the ranch because that'll give us a lot of baseline. There we go. So it did not give us the event I was hoping for. Got a whole lot of people unhoused at the moment. So this is where we can build a rain collector. Our main trader left. Does this reach standing level 1? It kind of looks better from a rewards perspective. I kind of like this one a little better. This means we're going to do some trading. So 3 harpies will join. It'll make them happier. We get some gears, or we get more, just 2 people in general. I think we'll go this route. Fortunately, they're not timed. So we do have a drizzle water geyser, which primarily handles a lot of the food production buildings. Storm water is what's used to power a lot of the more industrial type things. And each season that you're in with the rain collector, it will gather that type of rain. So these are going to swap them out because the humans do a little better. So they have a 10% chance of doubling their yield. So you see the specialization bonus, which is what humans do. That's for this. You have the specialization bonus for all the beavers, so they have a tendency to do a little better with the crafting and trading type things. There we go. So we have a small source of plant fiber over here. this is our trade screen, so as we start gathering more resources, we can hopefully... let's see, let's move you up here. So some buildings you can move, some you can't, some you actually have to pay for. We definitely need to build some more housing. Do a basic over there, and we've got a lot of beaverkin in here. So maybe we'll build a specialty house, and that should get everybody with a roof over their head. You see, as we start getting people, and as we start doing more things, our hostility level goes up. And there's things that we could do to bring that back down again. A lot of it is building additional hearths, but that does mean more fuel consumption, so there is a bit of give and take there. Let's see, you're about to complain that you're out of stuff to do. So I think we'll have to cut into that dangerous glade here. Always makes me nervous. Now they're gathering clearance water, which we don't have a building hooked up to do yet, but that's okay. That will change in time. So we go. So now we got more people housed. Our hearth level went up. So now we have a +2 bonus to global resolve. So that's why all the numbers over here just popped up a bit. So everybody got just a little bit happier in the city. I mean, that'll be a big deal for when the storm season rolls around, so we have that extra buffer. I see the harpies are happy because we have turkey. So build a ranch here so we can start getting that going. What else do we have? We got a field kitchen. Really crappy recipe levels. We do have the smokehouse and the distillery. So the smokehouse is, yeah, it's going to do more jerk. But you see, it uses drizzle water, which we can also get from here. We're kind of in the dangerous glade, and everybody can see what the dangerous events look like. This message has a 10-second cooldown. It does not seem like it's long enough for the help command. Let's see. Yeah, auto log in. Yeah, there's no post every so often option. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Alright. That's okay. Oh, we cut in. Okay, so here's a dangerous event. So we have, if we don't do anything for 10 minutes, temple demands are destroy all trade goods in the warehouse. Packs of good amber ancient tablets. And that will repeat. So we can either excavate it, which is a loyalty boon here. And that'll cost us 8 tools that we don't have. Or we praise the sun, which I'm betting was intentional. And we'll get some resources here. So we'll need to keep an eye on that. There's a clearance geyser. We have a medium abandoned cache. So if we do this... Oh boy. We need another person on that, like, ASAP. We might not actually be able to complete it. Now I'm thinking about it. Or now that I'm looking at it. Because we have 36 seconds and they have to carry stuff over there. Run! Run! I don't want to fail that. 34 seconds. Whew. I think we might actually make it. We might make it! I should have kept a closer eye on that. Thanks. As soon as they're done, I'm going to pause it so I can actually turn it in. Hey, we made it. So we hit that. Whew. Pick up another point of reputation, gives us another, so we get coal. We already have a way to do wine. Everybody likes coats, so that's kind of a big deal. Coal will be nice, but I think coats will be better. The other thing too is if you keep people really happy, you'll actually gain just reputation just by the sake of them being happy. Now we got this ugly thing. So again, if somebody was joining the forest side, they would attach themselves to this, and it would either deplete food, it would make everything more hostility, so it would raise my hostility level, or slow down the event timer for me to complete, so basically drive this timer up. If you're joining the town, not only do you get to see your name on little town people inside, you can either do the prayer, which is extra production chance, you can give everybody more resolve and drive these up, or speech, so if things get bad, you can kind of make people stick around a little longer. So, in general, that's what they do. I think you can, a person can only pick one of them. So we're going to have to deal with this soon. And we need to get this distillery going. Buildings are huge. Alright, new cornerstone. Let's see, new type of grain. We're not building grain. We need more blueprints. So we'll probably pick the reinforced axes, so our woodcutters will go a lot quicker. So the benefit there is between this and moving faster, we won't need to build a second woodcutter camp, which keeps our hostility down lower. Personnel used to power engines. Wood cutting speed also increased 10 for every 150 units of water used to rain engine. I wonder if that's permanent. I'm gonna go with this one. And then we'll have more newcomers soon. Alright, so that event is cleared out. we can do it this way. Only need one of the 7 that we have. And peoples. Let's do this one. There's our soil, so we can set up some farm fields, and we can get a farm going. Outline another area for them to cut into. Let's see. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll keep that there. Yeah, that looks good. And then periodically we can come through to see if there's anything to trade. Usually it'll have like the little icon there. And then every season what they'll accept changes. So if I don't have anything now, I might have something later once the new season rolls around. We have some unhoused folks. So once our woodcutters do some clearance here, we'll have some more room for housing. So you have to build housing within the hearth, so the orange area. And if that gets full, you basically have to build another hearth so you have room to expand. Not quite that much. That one. There we go. Not that one. I don't want to open up this glade yet. I do want to move this to kind of steer them in that general direction. Actually, let's do that here, so that way they can cut out a spot where we can put our farm. Old Fulliff's in town. We can do some automation here, so at least that's starting to collect. What you got for me? Well, we can make our woodcutters super fast. There's something to lower our hostility there. What else can you give us to make up that gap? We got plenty of bricks. We could use some oil. And I think it's about as close as we're going to get. So we'll trade that and then buy that. So our woodcutters are super jamming now. And as soon as I cut this little area away, we can drop in a plantation, get some crops going. Because we'll need those plant fibers. Actually, the other thing we can do, build a nice little warehouse over here. They don't have to walk all the way over here to return it. And we got new orders. And a time limit. Well, we already did that one, and I don't like those. Rebuild a salvage one destroyed building found in the forest. Or use 75 units of drizzle water. Yeah, we'll pick that one. And sometimes the rewards aren't necessarily for what you get. A lot of it's just because you want the points to be able to finish out and wrap up the city. They really want us to go for the abandoned caches. So we could do 3 on our own time, or we could do 3 under a time frame, or we can do one that's completely different. And I think we're gonna go for the cooperage soon. Their specialization bonus for this is they actually gain resolve, so they're happier working here in the distillery. We need the plantation right there. Build a couple little paths just so they're moving as quick as we can get them moving along. Actually, you know what? We'll do it as paved roads. Because we want them hauling. And it's magic warehouses. They go in the warehouse, they'll pop up in any one of them. So that's kind of nice. Got that going for us. And we're out of humans. We're out of humans. So our next couple populations, we'll try to go a little more human heavy since we tend to need more of those. So now we can actually start looking at getting more people, just because we kind of have a economic engine starting. And you can see our little woodcutters are hauling. They're hauling tail. No pun intended. Or maybe it was. Do we want to build another geyser pump for the drizzle? I think we do. One pipe, so okay. So we can't actually do any more rain punk until we get more. Okay, we're gonna cancel that. I don't want them to work on farming. Because they can't do anything yet. Because in clearance, that's when they would normally harvest. Storm, they will go out and they will plow the fields, so it becomes extra beneficial. And drizzle is when they actually do planting. So it's good. So we got 2 people assigned, so when storm rolls around, we'll be on the good cycle to get rolling. And we don't have the piping to do automation yet. So it will wait. And we have 3 people unhoused, 1 of everything. Park these off. So you see now, because we're on hostility 1 and we've got some people that are unhoused, they're walking really slow. But as we build housing, it will move into the specialty housing out of the basic housing. So usually around this time I'll do 2 of the main bigger houses, and then I'll do all the individuals of the species bonus ones. But you can see the resolves dropping pretty low in the storm. So we need to work to get that up. Don't build anything else there. So do some more decorations, which once we get everybody housed and we have specific decoration types, that will bump us up to level 2. It'll speed up our global production speed a good 10%, which is pretty significant. So that's all the timers that we see for all of these will get 10% knocked off, which is definitely worth it. As soon as this one's built, this person should go back to moving normal speed again. Yep, there they go. Wow, we can gain 6 barrels for every 10 planks. 40 water skins through high resolve, which we're not really at. Okay, so deal with these 2 glades. No. Yeah, free barrels. Free barrels are good. Which means our, yeah, there it is, our distillery. You don't have to worry about making nearly as many. The big things will be the berries. Yeah, so you see they got all 15 fields plowed. They're actually sowing the fields because we're in drizzle. Small fortress camp has no deposits nearby. Okay, do we have anything else you can do? I don't think there's anything else they can do. Alright, so we can turn that one off. You say we wanted some people, so some humans. So we'll do that. Now we can start filling in some of the blanks. Let's connect our path. I feel like I deleted that one earlier. We'll move this. It'll cost us something, but at least get it out of the way. And we'll have our mighty woodworking crew come over and get this done. So next trader that rolls in, now Zorg might have pipes. Get more rain punk going. Because on higher difficulty levels, if you start using rain punk, you'll start getting almost looks like building cyst, because that's essentially what they are. They're like these ugly plant things that start attaching themselves to buildings, and you have to build. Where are they? Yeah, the blight post. And purging fire, so you actually have to go and torch them off the buildings during the storm season. There we go. Finish the decorations are up to level 2. So things will start producing even faster, which is good. We need that. Right, everybody's housed. We get a serious, we build another human house, we get another 2 resolve for them. I think the bigger thing we'll want to do is this. Okay, who does better barrels? So yeah, you're only at 2 efficiency, we'll turn that one off. Oh, did we cut into this on accident? We did cut into this on accident. Whoops, I did not intend to do that. Stonecutters are out of stuff to do. Alright, well, move over here then. Work over there. We have eggs and meat. We'll hold off on that for now, though. Large deposits. We'll probably come back to that. So we go. So now we're back in cleared, so everything's sprouted. They'll gather. They'll collect some wine or some berries. There's our distiller. Distiller will turn that into wine. And it's Party City. Yeah, eventually, there will be things that we can do with the wine. So there are certain luxury buildings that will, or certain buildings that will allow you to do things like luxury that require the wine. That will, in this case, make the beaver tribe a little happier. Sorg's back. What you got for us? No pipes. All buildings have their storage capacity increased by 10. That's a big deal. So it means there's less time of having to run things back and forth. So they spend more time collecting, less time transferring. What else you got that we'd want? Get some pie and make some folks happy. Everybody likes pie. How much is the pie? Yeah, that's not bad. Hey, I like the sound effects. Yeah, I'm going to sell these just because we don't have a need for the ancient tablets, so hopefully we don't run into a need for them later and then have to start spelunking in some of the other glade areas. Yeah, I don't think we'll get anything more for that. Almost sounds like French. It's gibberish, but it almost sounds like French. Swap you out. Field kitchen. Biscuits. We have porridge. So we'll turn that one off because we can get porridge elsewhere. And same thing for jerky. We can turn that one off because we can... Nope. Not that one. Field kitchen, that's what it is. Turn jerky off there because we can do it better elsewhere. Beavers resolve above 26 for 120 seconds. And a bunch of stuff we don't need. We have one with a timer limit. Yeah, so here again, this is one of the specialty service buildings. So that'll do education and brawling, which not really all that big of a deal for this set of folks that we have. I am more inclined to go with this one because it actually allows farmers to carry more. we can fix this, or we can disassemble it and get stuff for it. We'll disassemble it because we'll get 10 pipes that we need for other things. Is there a closer one? No. Get that out of the way. Let's get our woodcutters cleaning up stuff behind our warehouse, so that there's a little bit more of a faster path. I like to keep all the housing around the hearth, and then all of the industrial main building things around the warehouses. So it's, again, you can see where the road like stuff comes in. All the glades are a little different, you know, so depending on what you get, you know, layout will be a little different. You kind of reposition where things go. We definitely need to get rolling on stuff, though. Well, that's why we're not getting any, because we need to build some provisions. So no provisions. Means we aren't. There we go. But yeah, without provisions, we can't send traders out to go gather stuff. No trading for us. Okay, we don't have anything under construction at the moment. So we can pull everybody, get everybody set to do work. Drizzle water use. So that is our food construction people. So it doubles our production speed in both buildings. We have clothing fulfilled, which is good. That'll knock another one out. So we'll start seeing this one climb for the drizzle water used. So we got trade goods, building materials, farm fields. So we're a little stuck on that one until we go somewhere else. Artifact, sewer woodcutters decreased by 6. I like this one. I don't know that we need to make our woodcutters any faster. So we'll do this, and that's going to cut some of our hostility. Keep us from hitting our level 2 ickiness. And as time progresses, as more people join, that hostility level's just going to keep creeping up and up. So that's kind of the other gate to the process here. Yeah, got plenty of barrels. Yeah, we need to put a cap on tea. I don't think we're actually making any. Who needs... Oh, the harpies actually like tea. I like make the food options more than bringing in the stone. So now that we brought new people in, we have 4 people that aren't housed. So we'll need to get them with roofs over their head. Seems like we could just kind of do this and take care of our housing. Because that'll get 8 of them, 8 of the what are just in regular housing out. And what's really nice is once you kind of build up some of the houses like this, like the species-specific housing, there'll be some cornerstones where each house can hold 1 more person. And that's a big help. There we go. And another building unlock. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Let's see. Pack of crops, which we can make better. I could do flour, which we kind of need for biscuits. Skewers, we can make pigment. What does pigment need? Yeah, berries. Oh, they can use all the copper ore we've been collecting. Problem is we have no flour. And the supplier can do flour. And water skins. Yeah, we'll do that for now. We'll hold off on building it. Yeah, once the new housing is up, we'll get folks assigned. Just because we see the scaffolding go up, we see the building go up, and then the scaffolding come back down. Definitely need somebody on that. Oh, well, we're almost out of plant fiber. So our farm should be producing that. Yeah, but we've got a few camps too. Stonecutter's camp is bored. And so I'll park them over here. They'll pick up some more clay, and they'll speed through that relatively quickly. There everybody's housed. Pressing needs, so that's full. That one's full. They can't do anything else, looks like. Let's see. Makeshift post is underway. We can get somebody else on this. Really need to get rolling on the flour. Yeah, as terrible as those ratios are, it is always better to make the better, to always upgrade, because you have 7 of the raw ingredients, which is high, but you get 13 of the pickled goods, which is bigger bonus, as far as the resolution goes. So you can see the resolve is high enough now that we're getting a bonus, so it's going to push our reputation up faster. This has not been a very fast... let's see, we can really crank this to Smoldering City. What do we need? We need to earn 10. So if we do that, We've got a 35 roots. That'll wipe out 10 of our provisions, but we'll get 10 amber back, and that should put us at level 1. And that'll clear another one off the list. This one's going to keep ticking away. Maybe start looking at building materials, packs of crops. So we need 4 and 4. Yeah, 4 and 4. We have a supplier to build. Building is freaking huge. We don't want to cut into the dangerous glade before we're ready. Drive our, actually, do that. Turn off our packs of provisions, because we don't need that running. Not unless we're ready to trade. Otherwise, we're taking away food from the town that we don't need to. Build one more human house that will definitely beef up our human resolve points. Another trader. What do we got? Stamping mill. +1 resolve for villagers at the home, which is pretty much everybody. Motivational pamphlets. Under the effect of education, which we don't have yet. +3 to pickle goods production. That would be handy, except we're running out of stuff to trade for it. So we need, what, 17? Well, that's not that bad. And we've got the entire patch down there for... Yeah, let's do that. So now our fuel kitchen's going to be doing... is turning 7 into 16 pickle goods, so it's even more productive for them to be doing this. So we have more in housing. We should have plenty of space overall, right? Basic is, yeah, 6 available. So we could have 6 more people join, and we'll have housing for them. Running out of pottery. Alright, final 2 orders. Let's see, complete 10 trade routes. Or 5 that was at least 15. Ouch. That's hard to do. All trade routes are faster by 40%. Yeah, we'll do that one. And deliver water. Or use water. It's a lot of tools. Go this route, because we can use the tools more than we can use the, whatever it's called. Now we don't have to worry about collecting it. Let's get you assigned. Now I wouldn't mind having that extra population around. Now that I know we're okay. Part of me does wonder if I'm a little overcautious. If I should just go ahead and actually get the people on board. Because it is a bit of a progression gate. So we have clearance. This is what? Is this already clearance? Yeah. And then this one's drizzle. I forgot to turn on the, to turn it to use the meat. Whoops. Yeah, what's our cornerstone? Gold soul increased by 5. Yeah, I don't like that. Is by 5. Cutting is... Nope, don't like that. So is reduced by 10 points every time you sold goods worth 30 amber. That's not bad. While slowing the reputation gained from resolve by 75. I don't like that one. So I'm more tempted to do this one, but we don't have the stuff, so we'll use our free reroll. And free money. That's good. Doubling event loot by 50%. Gain 2 insects. We have... Yeah, I like the free money route. And we can turn this one in. And we can turn that one in. For free. Because that'll just give us higher. You can see it basically just boosts the level of what we can already build. You do crystallized dew. We can do. We have no significant source of copper. Or we could do skewers and pigment, which I don't think everybody here really wants. So we'll do a reroll. Crops, pickled goods. That doesn't really help us. More inclined to go with the greenery. So there's buildings we haven't even made yet. Let's see. Get people at buildings. Let's go. Let's go this just because it's one more person. I get specialization bonus for that. So we don't need them to make cocoa goods anymore. We don't need you to make fabric. You don't need to do packs of crops, neither do you. Just deactivate that whole building. People! We got humans in there. So we don't need 3 because we're keeping up pretty well. Man, I think the beavers are the only ones eating pickled goods. So they're just making biscuits. So they can't do anything. They can't do anything. They can't do anything. And we need to get more folks in housing. Who is not housed? Mostly Arby's, okay. Arby houses it is. So that we gained just from the harpies being happy. Let's see. Oil, we could use that. Hey, that's more like it. We can actually get services going in this place. And this, if we assign 3 people to it, we get a +3 to global resolve. So each one of the service buildings not only makes people happier, will often give you a bonus. Some of them help, like, actually carry stuff more, or carry more stuff. You say that the right way around. That gets more people in. Got buildings going up. This is good. All good things. All good things. You are not needing to do fabric anymore because somebody should be able to do fabric, right? We should have the weaver. So build it this way so they don't have quite as far to walk. Harvester camp needs a new project. Park them out there. Get a small trappers camp so they can start collecting eggs and a little bit of meat that's right there. And we just need to knock out some trade routes. I'll do those 2 for now. We can only run 2 at a time. And I don't think we need, well, we'll do that just so we can. Yeah. Good. Clearance water. That's drizzle. Good if we had something that could beef up storm. Air clearance. How fish is in my town? And not. It's okay. I mean, it's, you know, it'll change over time. Are you looking to nerf me there, Elegos? I'm gonna speed things along. This has been a very slow town complete. It's around what? What year are we? 5 years. And we're only 8 out of, what's that, 12? Oh, part of the Council of Elders. Elegos sits on the counter of elders. Oh, there you are. Look, there's Elegos, everyone! Then you actually have to pick something. So if you do exclamation point help, or actually I think it's just down there in chat still. You can either, oh, there you go. Prayer extra production chance. Perfect. There we go. So we have Elegos running around town. A 5% higher chance of producing double yields. That's cool. So, but that's actually one of the kind of cool things about this game. Is you're asking how efficient the town is. It's not as efficient as it could be, but it's actually... I'm here to help. Well, I appreciate the help. It's not as efficient as it could be, but that's okay because by the time we iron out some of those issues, we'll be moving on to the next city. Actually, how long is it taking to do this one? I know we'll actually have time for another one tonight. Let's see if I can sneak some time in later this week and get the arcade buttoned up. Really want to get Rocky and Bullwinkle fixed. Elegos doesn't have a house. Gotta fix that. This kiddo put a ton of time into Civ 2 on my Mac. Yeah, well, Civilization's like the epitome of one more turn, right? At least it was always that way for me. Wait a minute. Why did we cut into here? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. What is this? Okay, you're just a building. I've never seen this vent before. So, open vault. An open interest on ancient dungeons, strange sounds. If we don't do anything... A thick spreading cloud of miasma. It kills every living being with a radius of 20 fields? Whoa! So, if we perform the ritual... It's not only a corruption event, but it jacks up our hostility for quite a ways. All woodcutters and gatherers get a -12 penalty to resolve. It's active only when the Glade event is being worked on. So we can't do that in Storm, because that would be pretty catastrophic. Yikes. Yeah, I think we'll go for the less painful. We'll wait for Storm to be over before we do that. Let's see, we don't need wine. We have 61 amber? Oh, it's because of the lumber tax. And our woodcutters are super fast. Yeah, and Warcraft 2. Oh my goodness, I played so much Warcraft 2. Because I remember, this is like BBS era, so there was BBS plugins where you could dial in and you could play Warcraft over the modem with someone else. Yeah, I remember coming up with what I refer to as the method, just because I wasn't feeling all that creative, of an ideal city startup. Because I actually was playing folks and I got accused of cheating because they didn't realize that you could have one, peon or worker building something and have another one repair it and actually spend a little bit of resources and build it faster. So I would get some farms going and then start using my builders, whichever faction I was playing, to build farms faster and then build the barracks equivalent, and I would get, essentially foot soldiers really, really quick. And I'd have like a squad of 2 or 3 just wandering around the map trying to find where the other player was. And, once I found them, it would just start sending a stream of them over there because they couldn't keep up because I was already ahead on the economic game, and just start wiping them out. So, I'd start, fighting their guys and have one parked by their gold mine just killing their collectors. So I'm undermining their economy while I'm attacking them at the same time. Like, you cheated, how'd you get him so fast, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you used a cheat code. I'm like, the cheat codes work for all players. If you actually turn them on, and you turn on, the lumberjack, it'll make everybody farm. Yeah, get out of the curve with efficiency. Exactly. But yeah, that was like the big aha moment, and then I taught a couple friends, and then they ran with it, and at that point I was kind of tired of playing, so I'm like, just whatever here. This is how I was doing it. And then there's the whole click per second efficiency rating. Oh, there we go. Now we have a spot for education. Okay, we have time. I was like, the storm needs to end. How did they cut into there? I didn't think I told them to do that. That's why. They're supposed to be on only marked trees. Hold on, we need to fix that. They weren't supposed to be on that setting. That explains why. No, not alerts. I thought it was under general. Where's the setting? Where's the setting? Auto pause, yes. We have an auto pause for both of those. Why did these go? Oh, it's because I did a fresh install on this one. I'll shift change setting on wood count. Yes. Yes, only marked trees, thank you. I was like, what? Because that was twice. I'm like, why in the world did they cut into the glade? I know they're idle, because I don't want them doing anything yet. Okay, you don't need to make planks. I can turn that on so you can at least start making some flour. water skins is fine, although I have a ton, so you won't actually do anything. Let's start hacking away at all of this now that this blade is open. Let's see, we can salvage this at least, because we don't need the carpenter. We have a trader here. 50% amount of goods produced by adaptation. That seems like that's going to be our go-to. Yep. We have a trader that's here. Any builder can carry 10 additional items. +3 to human resolve. That's kind of a no-brainer. I don't really think we're all that ecstatic about any of these others. Okay, what else do we have for goods? So we have plenty of those. Could buy some more pie. Pie is good. And some biscuits. Make people happy. Okay, go away. Let's see. Yeah, they're fine. We just need to knock out some more of these. I'm gonna get trade routes going. Yeah, that one. Oh, we're out of provisions. Well, we could do this up in the vault too. And you see now it's tanked our global resolve, or the resolve from certain people. So you see why we don't want to do that in the storm. And there's more people. Who do we want? I'm gonna turn on vote. I'm curious to see how the vote works. Oh, it's a poll! Well, that's cool. There you go. We got a poll running. Well, I like that. I like that it doesn't need a plugin. It actually works through the poll. Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm mostly pushing buttons. There you go. Feel free to vote, everybody. Or don't, to make this really awkward. I mean, either way. How do you vote? It's the poll. Oh, it ended. Yeah, but just in the standard Twitch poll. Oh, I can't run another vote. Okay. That's fine. We'll pick this one. Nope, you're doing the event there, Elegos. It didn't initially pop up. Weird. That is weird. We got Elegos plugging away at our Dangerous Glade event. Douglas, I think you talked about actually possibly playing this one at one point, right? No pressure. So yeah, we could build one of those here. Playing a lot of roguelikes lately. Let's have you tear those down so we can actually connect some dots. 20 packs of crops. Who can... If we look at this, our greenery is significantly better. I don't really have crops to do that. To go in the stacks of tactical RPGs I need to play. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this one's really tough to describe. Because you say roguelike city builder and people go, ugh, right? Yeah, once you actually start, playing it and figuring out how it works and working out strategies and that sort of thing, it gets a lot more interesting. Let's see, we got a forager's camp. Man, none of these are really all that helpful. I guess we'll do the trapper's camp. We'll upgrade. We can get you some help. Harvester camp is done, but we can get them back to work over here. We'll go still plugging away at our Dangerous Glade event. Thank you for your help with that. Actually, I should have them do that. Well, no, they're right there by the warehouse. What would I say is my favorite? Command and Conquer, Age of Empires, Civilization, or Warcraft? Are you talking in general? Or like specific games? Because I think of all of those, I think Civilization would probably be more on the higher preference scale within a strategy space. Yeah, I'd probably say Civilization. From that perspective, especially now as I'm turning into a graybeard. I don't have the reaction time to be playing the real-time strategy stuff. Hey, Bill. Welcome back. Or Total Annihilation. Total Annihilation seemed really good on paper, but it was incredibly overwhelming. I could not really get into that one. Which version of Civ was my favorite? I always have a soft spot for the first one. Way back when. Back when you could, drop a bunch of nukes to turn the ocean purple. Yeah, everybody's happy. Yeah, so Civ, I would say, probably the first one. I liked 5 quite a bit. I've played the 2 newer ones. It's a little weirder now that they've shifted to the Hex. Have I tried 6? I think I have. I'm pretty sure I've got it in my Steam catalog. Let me see, which ones do I have? I haven't played Civ in a long time. Why are they not on my list? Where are they going? Oh, man, we're done. We're done. Yeah, so we filled our resolve bar. So we get 42 food stockpiles, we get 2 seal fragments, we get some more, so you can continue on in the settlement if you want, although I haven't really seen much of a benefit to it. I believe it's on Game Pass. I actually don't have Game Pass. Where in the hell are they? Oh, it's under S's, that's why. Because it's Sid Meier's Civilization. Yeah, I have 3, 4, 5, and 6 on Steam. I don't think I played 6 very much. I do have a couple of achievements knocked out. Like, apparently I won a game as Gandhi, and only 3.4% of people have done that. I don't know why. I actually like the Civ that was on 360 PS3. You know what, the one I really liked is the one that was actually on the DS. So there was actually a 3DS version that was pretty interesting. You know, that and it's portable civilization that you don't need a full notebook, so how cool is that? Yeah, so there you can see I did the lead seal so far. As we gain more stuff, so the machinery, the artifacts, and food stockpiles, we can unlock more abilities, which makes city building a little easier and better. So like this one, we get 10% hearthburn, one more cornerstone reroll, so every year when we get the cornerstone benefits, we had one that would give us a second. I have 6 on Switch. It's fun on there. I just ended up playing 2 Point Campus. I did play 2 Point Hospital for a little while. I perked it. I can't remember why. But 2 Point Campus is really fun. I like those original kind of Bullfrog style games. So the theme hospital and theme park, and so I always got a kick out of those when they first came out. So yeah, 2 Point Campus is. I do have a question since you played that. How similar is it to 2 Point Hospital? I mean, is it basically just like the same game with just a pre-skin? Or is it different enough that it would make it worth actually getting both? I mean, it kind of doesn't feel like an expansion pack for 2 Point Hospital, almost. You get what I mean? Or, you know, same game, different theme. You finished the Hospital one, okay. Because I do like those games, too. I like the Settlers also. So that is a more of a real-time strategy, so to speak, but it's a lot slower paced. And it's way more on the economic focus than it is on the real-time aspect. So that one's pretty fun. Let's see, what do we want to do? What do I want to work towards? Trade offers going up. Has its own fuel using the same formless hospital. Recommend it. Okay. Okay. That's actually kind of a nice bonus. Could bring more resources. Use geysers. See more of the world map with the cycle. We can venture one field further. That's actually kind of nice too. So every city can be a little one more hex away, I guess. +1 trade routes. 10% discount. Get Amber to start with. Just trying to see where some of these are going. This one's kind of, because it's like, well, you get a new embarkation bonus, but you actually have to pay for the building to get it. 'Don't have enough for that. You don't have enough for that. I don't think we unlocked any deeds yet. No. There are quite a few achievements in there. There's a ton of achievements in this game. Because I haven't even gotten into like the prestige difficulty. There's like a whole separate like game aspect of this. So this game is just massively huge. So we have our home. So there's our aunt, who's also one of the Queen's Hand Viceroy people. But as we go along, we'll get like more decorations, achievements. Yes. Again, as we level up, the buildings will start getting bigger and bigger, and so yeah, there's a ton to unlock in this game. I get a kick out of it. You know, it's a good chill game. So it's a little bit repetitive, but you know, actually that was probably a really slow city build. Normally, I kind of get through them a little bit faster. I think some of the orders that we got weren't real conducive to knocking them out real quick, but it's a nice extra 9 o'clock, so I don't really have time to start another one. So actually, it's a nope. I didn't mean to hit that. I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit that one. Yeah, but this music, I would turn this on and just have this game running and listen to the headphones while I'm working. This is, it's got the rain sound, it's nice and chill. I mean, now I bought the soundtrack, so I don't actually have to run the game, so it's kind of artificially inflated my hours played for this, but yeah. Makes the developers happy, right? When they look at that and go, wow, it's like 300 hours. It's like, it's not actually playing, though. A lot of it's just sitting on the menu. Yeah. So we can turn that off now. If I can actually edit. It has a Dust in the Wind musical feel. Yeah, it's a really, really great game. All the reviews I've seen for it also rate this thing really, really highly. I think it's kind of a niche category, being a city builder. It's kind of a big, turnoff to a lot of folks. But if you enjoy that kind of strategy build out game, this is absolutely fantastic game. I very much recommend this. High recommendations for me. But anyway, now seems like kind of a good time to call it for me before it gets too late, because I can't do another one of those Balatro Let's Play till 11 o'clock my time, because that screws me up really bad the next day. But we can see who is out and about. Uh-oh.
Impressive. Eligos88. This flex brings you to 122. We are all moderately impressed.
We are moderately impressed. I mean, that's something else I need to work on as a leaderboard command, so people can actually see where they're at. Let's see who is streaming. Well, why don't we go support Try to Tilt Pinball? Looks like they're doing some pinball. What are they doing? Since I'm not playing pinball, we can at least how far they are behind me. This is true. Looks like they're just getting started. I got a pre-roll ad, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to see. They're playing The Godfather. So, yeah, let's go ready to try to tilt pinball. So, yeah, we'll wrap things up here. Thanks for hanging out, checking out Against the Storm. Again, highly, highly recommend this game. It's worth a try, especially if you like city builders and the roguelike elements to it. So it kind of keeps it fresh and interesting, right? Because you're starting a city over and over again. But so we'll hopefully be back on Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to be back here in the Den of Iniquities. We'll workshop it, come up with a better name at some point. Or we'll be down in the arcade. Got to get some lights fixed and the rig, the camera. The other big issue is the camera rig's all messed up. So and I have to figure out a way to do that because the arm that holds it is stripped. So I may have to order some parts. But anyways, that's for me to figure out. None of you to worry about. But in the meantime, thank you again. I appreciate everybody hanging out in the chats, keeping me company. Have a great week this week, and I will hopefully see all of you next Slipstream. Good night, everybody.